Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. We are gonna try out Haus Labs. I have a full box of things here. I bought it at release and I bought 1-day shipping, but it turned out to be 3-day shipping, and also some of the things came broken. So we're already off to a great start, but I'm super excited to be trying these things out. I have at least one of each. I'm gonna let you know what I think about these things. Are they worth the high-end price tag? Because Haus Labs, when it came into Sephora with the rebrand, they're definitely positioning themselves as a high-end brand with the prices that they are charging. So we're just gonna try it out. I'm gonna do a fun look and we are gonna see if this is worth trying out or not. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty and makeup. I love everything beauty and makeup related. Especially love playing with makeup, trying new things, playing with color. So if you want to see some more color and some more experimenting on your timeline, definitely do subscribe because I upload several videos every week. So, like I said, some of these things came broken. Let me show you right here. This is what my bronzer looks like. I don't like... Let me see if I can take this out and brush off a little bit of the bronzer. Let me show you what it looks like. Without oh my god. Can you see? I haven't mailed Sephora yet because I just got this order. I just got this order, but I'm going to be mailing them because I got this one broken and also one of the highlighters broken. Let me show you the highlighter that is not broken. Oh, it's not this one. This one is broken. It is the one called Golden Pyrite, but this is only a little bit broken. This is what they look like. You can see it's just a little bit cracked. I had to push it back in. But let me show you a close-up of the other one that's called, I think, Golden Opal? Fire Opal. It's called Fire Opal. This one came, look at this. First of all, this packaging, stunning. And this one, incredible. And when I opened this one, because this is the first one I opened, I was like, oh, so this is where the price tag comes from. The packaging is exquisite. It feels sturdy and luxurious. It looks very polished, very beautiful. Everything about this looks beautiful. And I would say the price range right now with Haus Labs when it came into Sephora is around, I would say Charlotte Tilbury, NARS, Fenty, Melt. That's where they're hovering around those prices. I know the Melt highlighters are $39, the Charlotte Tilbury I think is $40, and the Fenty is $38, and this one is $40 as well. And the bronzer I think is $38, which is around the same price tag as those brands that I mentioned. So that's where they're coming in at Sephora. So this is definitely a high-end brand. I don't mind that if we're getting high-end things, and I will say the packaging of all this looks beautiful. It's just unfortunate that two of my things were broken. Let me actually show you some of the other things as well so that we can I just want to jump in and start. I just want to jump in and start. This is the some people were saying oh, it's a pH lip oil. She named it PhD lip oil. Listen, don't blame me. It's not me misspeaking. She named this the PhD Hybrid Lip Oil. And I think this is one of those pH changing lip oils. And I, of course, got the orange one. And I thought, let's start with this one. Because let's see if the doe foot is suspiciously pink. Let's see if this changes color. Because I did buy one of the lip crayons as well. We can try that towards the end. And just see how this one behaves throughout the video. I have to dip a couple of times, but I also love a lot of lip oil on my lips. It feels very nice on the lips. Nice, corally orange look to it. Feels really nice. I like the doe foot, like the packaging. It's a pretty standard packaging, but still it looks really nice. So we'll see how this one is. Let me open the other things and I can show you what other things I got, because like I said, I got one of each. And also, let me tell you, let me show you a close-up of this packaging. All the packaging looks the same, but it is imprinted in the packaging, in the paper, Haus Labs by Lady Gaga, and it is in sunken in a little bit, so it's a little structured. This paper, it's really nice wedding invitation or really nice business cards. It's that nice, thick, luxurious paper. It looks and feels very nice and a little bit different. I honestly, the look of the paper packaging, they did really good. I really love it. Also, if you hear something in the background, that is my washer and dryer. I think you don't hear it, but if you do end up hearing something, it's Sunday. I'm actually filming this on a Sunday and we're just trying to get some washing done. So this is the other lip color, the one that we're going to be trying at the end. This one is the Le Monster Lip Crayon 2.0. I got it in Peachy Matte. This looks like a luxurious fountain pen. And then it has one of those twist ups with a lip crayon. So we're going to be trying this one out at the end. Again, packaging looks really nice. I also bought two of the eye pencils. This has a really cool packaging. I'm gonna see if I'm able to show you in the close-ups. I bought the blue one that's called Cobalt Matte, and I bought the green one that's called Chartreuse Matte. These both look really promising as well, and they have a little brush at the end. So I'm gonna see if I can use both of these as well, because I did buy two of the eye paints, the white one and the orange one, and it is called Flame Matte and White Onyx Matte. Again, I don't know what I thought with these four colors because they don't match at all, but like apparently I was having a blackout at the page when I was ordering this, but I was just having fun. I was just having fun, and I did buy the eyebrow pencil as well. This also looks really nice. I bought it in taupe, and I'm guessing that all of these, like you can see with these two, they have different colors, and I'm guessing the packaging of this one will correspond to like the color of the pencil, because this is very true to the color of the pencil. It's a very, very thin brow pencil, and it has a spoolie at the end. I actually do not have anything in my brows today, but I started doing my brows. I'm like, what are you doing? I had to wipe it off. I don't know if I got all of it off because I want to use this one. So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Is it turning a little bit more pink? I think it is, right? I think it is. But let's zoom in and let's start with the brows, and then we can just work our way through all of this. If you want to know what I have on my face now before, I will link all of these things in the description box that I'm going to be using today and that I'm wearing. I'm also wearing a little cowboy t-shirt. I don't know if I can find this online because I bought it at a store in Austin here that I've never seen anywhere else. But if I can find it, I will link it, or at least tell you where I bought it. But yeah, let's zoom in and let's go. Let's see if we can get my brows done with this pen. I will say that my favorite technique with my brows will forever be brow powder, but I'm open for suggestions. I like the texture of this one. Like, it's definitely pigmented, but it's not too smeary and it's not too opaque. There's definitely a little bit of semi-transparency to this, which makes it ideal for doing brows according to me, because I feel like when it's too pigmented, it feels like you're drawing on your brows with a lip liner, and we don't want that. That's not what we're after. It's a very, very fine tip. Oh yeah, that's definitely doable. I like pulling my brows in here. I know some people don't like that. Do your brows the way that you feel good in it. But that looks good, right? Somewhat. I am just gonna pull in a couple of hairs with a darker one as well. I'm trying to use this Makeup Revolution one, but it's not as good as my NYX one. But my NYX one is out. I need a new one. Just pulling in a couple of hairs to give some dimension. I feel like that is one of my best tips if you want your brows to look like they have some dimension. Use two brow products, one that is lighter than your brows and one that is darker than your brows, to get a little bit of a definition. But I think that looks really pretty, right? I'm impressed. Good color, good formula. Okay. I'm giving that 2 thumbs up. Okay, so I gotta say, I really like how my brows look, and I like the color, and I want to compare the color to the brow pencil that I'm using from Give Beauty. So, and that is in Blonde. And let's look at this taupe one and just put it next to each other, because I feel like they're fairly similar in color. Yeah, they're pretty like similar in depth. This like taupey one from you can see here, the one for taupey one from Haus Labs. Oh, here it is just a little bit more on the cool toned brown, and the blonde one that is from Give Beauty here, it is just a little bit more of a, I don't want to say, well, it is a little warmer, has a little bit more of a yellow undertone, and for me it fits really good if you're blonde. I think both of them is really good if you're blonde. Do you prefer it to be a little bit more like a blonde, or do you prefer it to be a little more gray toned? I do know that Haus Labs had some blonde ones as well, but yeah, I think this looks really good. Good color for someone that has light brown or dark blonde. I'm going to be using the bronzer now. I did get mine in light level 4, where it said, oh my god, this is so broken. I'm gonna use this carefully. It's said to be, I think it's said to be a light medium with a neutral undertone, and I feel like that would fit me. I'm not wearing any bronzer today. It's really hard to pick up, of course, because the pan is so broken, but I still want to use it for you today. It really feels and looks like a baked gelée formula. Of course, I'm gonna have to get back to you on this one. I'm also gonna see if Sephora can send me a new one, because like this one is beyond saving. The highlighter that's just a little bit broken, like that one I can use, like it's fine, but this one is just a little beyond saving. So let's see. I will say, just looking at the color in the pan, it looks like it is definitely what they said it is, a light medium with a neutral undertone. I saw that they had a lot of really interesting undertones. So if you're having a problem with your bronzer not finding a good undertone, I would check out this range, because the undertones, they had a lot of really specific undertones and a lot of undertones that I haven't seen from a lot of other brands. It looks really nice, and it looks like a baked gelée bronzer usually is, which is a little bit more on the subtle side. And also it could be because it's broken and I can't really work my brush in there. But I will say, I mean, you can see a little bit of definition here. I like it. I wish it wasn't so broken. So I want to use the one that's called Fire Opal as a blush. Look at that. This looks like a slightly, you can see it in the mirror as well, a slightly corally orange with a strong golden sheen. So I'm going to put this on my apples and up, and then I'm going to use the golden pyrite that is like a medium gold. I'm going to use that on my cheekbones. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. Wow. What an effortless formula. I don't see any glitter. It just looks like a really beautiful formula. Stunning. I'm honestly such a big fan of how that looks. It looks really effortless, and on me this was a beautiful blush. Let me try the other one, the one that is yeah, you see the little crack in here, just on the tippity top of the cheekbones. This one has a little bit more of a like a traditional like glow. You see that? Still, I don't see any glitter in it. It's just a really pretty highlighter. I'm a fan. So I decided to get this shade after looking at the swatches, because I personally don't like when highlighters are lighter than my skin tone. That is just a personal preference. If you like that, you probably should get something like I got this one. It's probably meant for someone that's more of a medium tan. I just don't prefer highlighters that are lighter than my skin tone. It's just a personal preference. But I think that looks really fresh and nice. Okay, I'm a big fan. I can see why these highlighters are a little bit more on the expensive side. So let's start using this one in the Flame Matte. I'm gonna use one of these. Oh my god, this one is so dirty. I'll use it on the side here. I'll push a little bit of the orange out, and I'm just gonna see if I can build and then do a cut crease with the white, or am I gonna try and blend them? Maybe I'll try and blend them and see how that works out, because I wanna see how versatile these are. I'm gonna be using one of my absolute favorite brushes. It's in Sigma E25, and I have no primer or anything on my lids. I am gonna be only using these two as eyeshadow today. We are just gonna, let me see if I can get a little closer. We're just gonna see how this works out. I know that some of these says not intended for the immediate use around the immediate eye area, and it's probably because of the red pigments that stain a little bit around the eyes. That's not really a concern for me, but if you have very sensitive eyes, it could be something to keep your eye open for. So do check that before you buy a pigment that you intend to use around your eyes, but maybe they're not labeled like that, in case you are very sensitive. Okay, immediate reaction is that they are not as I don't want to say thick, but they're a little bit more gel-like than the About Face and the Half Magic Beauty. Meaning that you can still see a little bit through, so they're not super opaque, but I also think since they are so light, they're probably going to be perfect to use as like eye bases if you want to do a really intense look, because nothing makes your look pop like using a colored primer underneath. I really like consistency. Like I said, they're almost a little bit light and gel-like. I feel like when it comes to how they feel consistency, these are probably the lightest, or more like, I don't want to say sheer, but not like fully opaque. And the ones that are a little bit more on the thickest side of these that I've tried is the About Face ones. They are a little bit more thicker, and also they look a little bit more pigmented, like actual cream eyeshadows on the lids. I'm gonna be using the white one now. I will say, just initial impression of the orange, it is just not as opaque as I would like it to be. So I think that these might be more detailed work or eye bases for me in the future. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of the white on, and then we're gonna see if we can actually blend these together. I will say they dried down fairly fast, which could be a good and a bad thing. It shows that they're probably gonna be pretty crease proof, but it also makes it a little bit harder when you want to do like blend them together, use more than one shade. So maybe I'll actually put a little bit of the orange in between. I mean, they do blend together as long as they're still like wet, but they do dry down pretty fast. But I mean, I was able to do something. Again, I think they blend together, and I think that they look all nice, but they're not opaque enough. I think that if you are gonna do like eye paints, I do think that they should be more opaque than this. It's like high power pigment paint, and I'm like, is it really that though? That I don't know if I agree with, but I'm gonna let it slide. It worked fairly okay, but for me, these are gonna be primers and not pigment paints. I'm gonna use a bit of this blue here. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Am I still going for it? Sure. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do a little wing. I feel like just from like half the lid, and just like up a little bit, because now I can use this brush and we can drag this and make this a wing. That's fairly okay. Something like that. I will say I like the look better now with the blue liner, because I feel like it gives a little focus and makes you not think so much about this not being fully opaque. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let's use a little bit of this green one at the beginning. These are very creamy. And I do have the blue in the waterline here as well. And let me see if I can put a little bit of the green here too. I feel like they work really good. That's pretty cool, right? Is there a little tint? There could be a little tint, but honestly, my lips look a little bit more just peachy. So maybe this is like a nice compromise between the orange and the pink, just making it more coral or more peachy, which I am on board with. I just don't want it to be like bright pink, and I don't think it gave me bright pink. So let's try the lipstick. When I swatched this, yeah, it felt very creamy, very light, not heavy at all, and also not like 100% pigment straight out of the gate, more like 75% pigment. which is pretty. This fits with this eyelid. This looks good. Huh. I am gonna put on some half lashes just to accentuate this. I love wearing lashes. I wear lashes almost every time I do makeup, even if it's not on YouTube. Although I will say yesterday I went shopping and I did not wear false lashes. Just for myself, trying a little bit. But yeah, let me put on some lashes and let's talk about these products because I have thoughts. So the lipstick feels and looks like a matte, but not like a super drying matte. You can definitely like rub your lips together and it's actually quite comfortable. I really do enjoy it. And again, I will link all the things down below in case you're wondering what colors I have or what foundation I'm wearing or all of that. But I really like the look. The only thing, okay, let's do a quick review. These, really enjoy them. I mean, you can see how they look and this is just me painting them on a powdered under eye. Really like them. Lipstick, very nice formula. If they come up with more colors or more up my alley, a lot of these colors were either reds and pinks. That's not my jive 100%. Maybe if I can see them in store and they look a little bit different. Really like the formula though. It's really comfortable. I really like it. The lip oil, same. I liked it. And I liked that it didn't turn bright pink. I love a lip oil. Obviously, I would prefer if it didn't have the pH changing thing whatsoever in it. I think I would like it more without that. But I like the packaging. I like the applicator. Did this? No, I don't think that any of these had like a scent to them. When it comes to the highlighter, I really like the highlighters. Both of them that I tried, I think they look really beautiful and I can definitely see what the high price tag is about. The packaging is stunning, the embossing is stunning, the formula, the colors, I really like them. The bronzer, I'm just holding it up. I like how it looks. I think it is a nice baked jelly formula, basically meaning that it's more of a buildable formula. It doesn't pick up like a lot on your brush. If you wanted to pick up more on your brush, use a brush that isn't super soft, like a super soft synthetic. Usually baked jelly formulas work the best with either natural bristles or synthetic bristles that are made to emulate how natural bristles are, basically picking up more product. But I think it looked really nice and I'm more into this subtle bronzed look lately. So I think I will enjoy this bronzer as soon as I get one that's not broken. So I'm gonna reach out to Sephora and see if I can actually get a replacement for that one because I like it, but it's too broken for me to use. The only thing that I'm a little bit hesitant about when it comes to this launch is these eye paints. I feel like these eye paints are, for me, this is me, I feel like they dry a little bit too quickly. So it makes them really hard when you want to blend colors together. So I feel like these will probably work best as a primer or like a liquid liner or like details. And for that, I'm sure it's going to be lovely. And also I feel like they're not opaque enough to be called pigment paints because I feel like they're slightly sheer. I mean, I could build them up a little bit, but I think that they would benefit from being not drying down as quickly and also being a little bit more pigmented. But again, that's just my opinion on how I like to use products like this. I will use these as primers or as liners. I don't think that it's like a bad product. It's just not exactly what I expected it to be. So far, I am impressed by this relaunch. I will say I hadn't tried a single item from the original Haus Labs launch. And I think the main reason why I didn't is because I didn't think that it looked what I expected Lady Gaga to be. I mean, she has gone through a million different faces and we all have our views sometimes of strangers, of what we expect of them. I mean, I don't know Lady Gaga. I don't know what she like. Maybe that was exactly her style. It's just that for me, what I expected from Lady Gaga, I think that this more is what I expected from Lady Gaga, and I know other people feel differently. I think this is really nice, and also we didn't have Amazon in Sweden at the time when she launched the brand, and I mean, this feels more like a Sephora brand, and I will say I think her old brand felt like more Amazon, and I say that with love. I say that with love. Personally, I prefer this, and I will say the packaging of all of these, like this is a soft touch packaging. The packagings of all of these look really well thought through, and I hope that we will have a gondola of this. I didn't see it at the Sephora that I was at, so maybe we won't have it in Austin, but I hope in the future I'll be able to see this in store as well, because I would love to see how the other things looks also. So far, I'm very impressed with the brand. I think it all looks really beautiful. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Check the description box for more info, and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Bye!